going to show you exactly how to find homes for your buyers when everyone else is just waiting. It's the same framework that helped me generate over $1 billion in real estate sales by going beyond traditional MLS searches. Today, I'll reveal my 3-step blueprint for proactively reaching out to homeowners before they list, accessing exclusive and coming soon listings, and expanding your buyer's search without losing their trust. If you're ready to stop chasing leads around and start becoming the go-to agent who finds homes that others can't, you need to pay very close attention to what I'm about to share. Over 50% of buyers, when surveyed, have said that their number one reason for hiring a buyer agent is for that agent to help them find the home. They don't want an agent to collect their Zillow and Realtor.com links. They want an agent actively out there as aggressively searching and trying to find that perfect home. That doesn't mean obviously setting up an MLS search. That's kind of table stakes. If they go to 5 open houses, they've probably been set up on 3 searches. So the first mindset that we need to put ourselves in when we're talking to a buyer customer is, how can I actively help them find the home? The second thing is, this is going to be a conversation that we hear even in high inventory markets. It's going to be the same case as inventory rises, because what buyers are going to have is a lot of confusion over price. When a buyer says, hey, I don't really know what to do, I can't find what I want. Let's attack this from a low inventory market. Maybe they're in a price range. Even in high inventory markets, if you're in a price range that doesn't have a lot of options, you're gonna have the same thing, right? A buyer that's looking in a particular price range, and that price range moves fast, so there's not a lot of options. So even in a high inventory market, you could have that situation. So if a buyer says, I can't really find what I'm looking for, what comes next typically? Should I pause? What should we do? How should we be waiting? What are some of the things, Tom, that we're hearing from buyers in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, they're talking about, we're going to wait till inventory comes up. Waiting is one of the biggest objections. There's so many reasons to wait. And what I'm clear on is that if you don't know what they're looking for and you're not asking the right questions, you can't really help these people anyway. Is that fair to say? So where I would start is, hey, it's a tough market right now to find a home. I totally get that. We've had a lot of clients that felt the same way. So tell me a little bit more about what you're trying to find. Give me some specifics about what you're looking for, and then just stop talking and listen and get clear on that. Because anyone here have a buyer that was looking for something that didn't exist, right? Like, that could be a challenge. Maybe they just don't have the right information, but they're going to tell you what their actual challenge is, but you got to ask better questions. So I'd start with get specific about what they're looking for. And then I would follow it up with, hey, so what gets you excited about moving to a home like that? And that's going to uncover their motivation. And those 2 questions, to me, are a great place to start. And then you can get into like strategy and all the other stuff. But if you don't know what they want, you start talking in realtor jargon, you're going to lose a lot of people.
Yeah, once we get into framing up the strategy for the buyer, I agree. You got to go deep. You got to find out exactly what the heck they're looking for. To Tom's point, if they're looking for a $600,000 house in a $300,000 price range, then we've got some education. But once we start getting into strategy, right, there's really 2 paths that we can go down as the buyer. Can I share those with you, right? And you're going to get agree. Hey, can I take the time to walk you through really what our 2 options are? Number 1, Tom, we can do just what you kind of said at the top of this discussion. We can wait to see what else comes on the market. Now, I know that, when you and I met, you said you had a couple different MLS searches already set up. We kind of corrected that, honed that in for you, got you on the right search. I've been sending you properties. Now, Tom, do you think there's other buyers that are just like you who are, set up on a couple search, maybe multiple searches, that are waiting for that one home to come onto the market?
Yeah, I would. I mean, we've lost out on some homes. So I would imagine there's probably other people looking for the same thing.
Yeah, so strategy number 1's common. You're gonna see, we'll see over time that there's going to be buyers that are just passively waiting for those homes to hit their inbox. And what happens is, those are the homes that get instant activity. They're desirable homes. They've had pride of ownership, and when they hit the market, they're desirable for a reason because of that pride of ownership. But you're going to see instant activity and high competition early on when those homes hit the market. Tom, strategy number 2, this is the one that I prefer, is to get to those homes first. Can I walk you through couple of different ways that we're getting homes in front of our clients before everybody else sees them.
Yeah, you can do that. Wow. All right. Yeah, I'd love to know that.
Great. So Tom, I know number one, the first couple of neighborhoods that we've looked at are located in X and Y. If you had a magic wand and you could take the house that we've identified as being your perfect home and put it in any location, is it just X and Y that you're looking in?
I mean, we'd probably be open to some of the like neighboring areas if we like the house. So that's just where we've seen homes that are interesting to us.
Okay, so we've got X, Y, now we've got Z in the neighboring area. Tom, if you were able to take what you would consider the perfect house and you had to go all the way out to W, if you had to go all the way out another 15 minutes, but it was the magic wand house, had everything that you want, would you at least look at it?
Yeah, we'd look at it, sure.
What would it take for you not to look at it?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be something we'd really want to move on in terms of the type of home that we like. Location's important too, and there's some flexibility. So, I mean, it'd have to be in our budget, obviously, as well. So, I guess those would be the factors.
Okay. What would it take? What would it not take? Those are a couple of things I'd write down. What would it take? What would it not take? What would it take? What would it not take? What I'm doing is I'm just digging deeper and deeper to try to open up the mindset of the buyer. It's either going to be you're going to go through a bunch of pain points of making 2, 3, 4 offers that don't come through, and then they're going to learn on their own to go 15 minutes outside. Or, hey, what would it take to go 15 minutes further? If the house had everything you needed, but it was missing this, would you still look at it if it was 15 minutes out? Now I've widened it out. Hey, Tom, so really we've got 5 different neighborhoods, 5 different locations, 5 different zips, whatever it is for your market that we've identified. And so, Tom, here's what I do for my private clients. Out of these 5 neighborhoods, I'm going to actively, with your permission, reach out to all the homeowners that I can get in touch with. And I'm going to let them know that, hey, we're actively searching in this area. And if they know of anybody that's thinking about putting their home on the market, okay? So now when I make those phone calls, it's not about me. I'm not saying I have a buyer. I'm saying, hey, listen, my name's Byron Lazine with XYZ Brokerage. And my clients asked me to reach out to everybody that I could get in touch with here in the neighborhood to ask them if they know of anybody who's thinking about selling, right? So that's strategy number 1 that I walk through with the buyer. Strategy number 2 might be some type of approach to what's coming soon. Maybe you have, office exclusives, a touchy subject, but I'll put those into the second category, either working coming soons or working some type of an exclusive list within your brokerage. That can be bucket number 2. Everybody's got access to coming soons, so bundle that up. And then number 3, how you're curating the search. Okay, so strategy number 1 is really finding those 5 locations, stretching the locations that they're willing to look at so that you can actively go and connect with homeowners. Strategy number 2, what's coming soon, what's maybe exclusive. And then number 3, curating the search that you have set up for them. Every time I walk them through the 2 steps, or I walk them through the 3 steps of strategy number 2, I'm saying, hey, can I walk you through this? Can I show you how this works? Can I build out the framework with you? These are all checkpoints I'm going to be saying in the real conversation, rather, to get agreement and have a fluid conversation.